What's up, everybody? Let me do it. Let me be cool like the girl that they can see me. What's up, everybody? We're going to talk till it starts raining out here. And a lot of this video might get blocked because they got music in the background. That's why I don't never make videos out here like I used to. Because they always get dubbed. It's a dub. It's a dub. I might go over there in a minute. But it's going to rain out here in a little while. What's going on? What y'all want to talk about? Y'all know what I be talking about. I talk about religion all the time. I talk about religion, and today is Sunday. It's the holiest day of the week in the hood. You got all the people going and coming to church. Church, you got to understand what church is in the hood, man. Church in the hood is nothing but it's a social gathering place. It's where people, like back in the days before we had these cell phones, the first thing grandma would do when they come home from church is take off their shoes and get on the phone. But now you got phones, you carry your phone with you now. But people will be busy all during the week. And then Sunday, that's when they get to see everybody. And that's what church is. That's what the mosque is. That's how it used to be when I used to be in the Nation of Islam. You get to see everybody that you ain't see all week. When I used to go to school in Germany, you didn't get to see people till the next day. It wasn't like you got to see your friend. You had friends that was from your area. But we went to school in Stuttgart. And we lived in Göppingen. That was like, I think it's about 40 or 50. I think it took like an hour to get to school each morning. Because you used to have to catch the bus like 6 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning. So it was a long bus ride. And you didn't get to see your friends until the next day. So if you had a girlfriend, you could talk on the phone, but you didn't get to see her till the next day. It wasn't like she lived in your housing area. So you wouldn't get to see the girl until the next day. And that's all it is with church. It's the same shame. People work all day during the week. I'm talking fast. I'm trying to talk loud, so I talk over the music till I move. But you get to see people. You get to see people that you ain't seen all week. That's what church is. And then everybody going there to see who dressed the best or who cuffing who. That's all it is. I used to go to church. I ain't gonna name the church, but I used to go to church in Harlem. And it was like I was seeing everybody from 149th Street in there. I used to see all the dudes from 149th Street that I ain't seen in years. From 149th Street, they all be in the church. Yeah, that's what it is. They're surprised to see me up in there, I guess. I don't know what people think of me. I don't know. They probably think I'm a nut. I don't know. But that's all it is. You get to catch up. You get to see people you ain't seen all week. Then you go to church that Sunday. Then y'all have dinner or whatever. Then you go home, take off your shoes, and jump off the phone. And that's what everybody do, jump on the phone. And you see what such and such had on? You seen them babies wouldn't do this? You heard what the pastor was talking about? I love my pastor. They love the pastor. They pastor is their weekend boyfriend, their weekend husband. That's what their pastor is. And quiet as it's kept, no, religion don't keep peace in the hood. It does not keep peace in the hood. It keeps division in the hood. That's why there's no unity. You go see, and this is why we're talking about. You go to a Jewish community, you see unity. You go to a Hispanic community, you see a little quarrel, but there's unity. You go to a Russian neighborhood, you see unity. Everybody got their own unity except for a black neighborhood. You go in a black neighborhood, in a black neighborhood, everybody that's from the neighborhood, not from the neighborhood, own the business in the neighborhood. They own a business in the neighborhood. You got mad churches. There's always division. So-and-so don't go to this church because they do this. Well, I don't go to this church because they do that. Like I say, a good way to tell you in a bad neighborhood is when you see a lot of churches on Gates Avenue. Every 4 blocks there's a church. On Lenox Avenue, Harlem, every 4 blocks there's a church. I'm gonna move, man, because I don't want them to dub my video, man. I don't know where to go, man. But that's what they do. Let me see, because I don't want to be mad at them. I'm gonna move. I have my bags. I carry my books wherever I go, because you never know who want to see my books. People want to see my books. I show them. That's corner stores in the middle of the block. Agitation gets the dirt out. Pretty ugly a Harlem situation. Don't beat your children or they'll turn out like me. And I carry them with me when I go sit in Starbucks. But I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna move this. Y'all gonna walk with me, alright? Y'all still there? Oh man. Hold up, y'all. Take my shades off. There we go. I'm gonna walk over there. Come on. Cause that music they be making. Somebody got Cali's all the way out here. Yeah. I'm gonna kick it right here. I wish I had a chair. This out. So I don't want to put it up because I'm going to go back in. Put my shades back on. There we go. Yeah, let me get my coffee. I know y'all probably be saying, why I don't sit in the house and all that. I don't want to sit in the house. I like being outside. I like being outside. I like being outside every day. I come outside every day. I really, really, really stay in the house. Rare is rare. It's rare, you heard? So yeah, like I was saying, let me put my glasses on so I can see what y'all saying. What do you think about getting a gallon or two a day? A gallon or two of what? A gallon of what? A gallon of liquor? I don't drink. I don't smoke. I told y'all when I was younger, I stopped drinking beer when I was about 24. I stopped all that shit. 24, I stopped all that. I used to drink beer. I smoke. I can count on one hand how many times I smoked weed. I cut all that shit out. I didn't want to do it no more. I like the way I think. The way I think without the influence of something else. I like the way I think. So I don't drink, I don't smoke. That's why. But like I was saying, you go in any poor black neighborhood in America, because most black neighborhoods are poor. There's very few influential black neighborhoods. And black people, when black people get money, they got to move out the neighborhood, and that makes the neighborhood, that's bad and it's good. You got to move out because you want to be a better way of life. But you stay there, you help the community grow. See, like most NBA players, imagine what happened if they stayed in their neighborhood. Look at like the NFL players. The NFL players get money; they don't have to move. They stay right there where they was born and raised in their hometown. They rarely ever move. Only black people get money and move. Asians don't move. Nobody moves out their neighborhood. They stay in their neighborhood and they keep it a community. But black people move. And then when too many black people move in the neighborhood, the people start moving out. That was the whole purpose of suburbs. Suburb means suburban. They had to move out. Like I said, you got all them churches in the black neighborhoods, and them churches don't do shit. They don't do nothing. They don't do nothing. All they do is play good music and give out old clothes. They give out old clothes. They give out old clothes and fucking soup on Thanksgiving. That's all they do. They don't help. They don't. And like I said, all black churches put their money into all white banks. So what difference do it make? A good way to tell you're going through a bad neighborhood is when you see a lot of churches. It's always a lot of churches. Harlem is a lot of churches. Queens, a lot of churches. Queens got big churches. Harlem got big churches. I was in Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana looks like the Bronx used to look back in the 70s. That's how it looks in Gary, Indiana. And they got a big ass church in Gary, Indiana. They got a lot of gangs. They got a lot of gangs in Guyana, and nobody want to hear that shit about them. Gang guys don't want to hear about church because they, it's not giving, it's not telling the truth. And these like revolutionary churches, I don't believe nothing they say either. I think they be conning the people. Word up. What y'all saying out there? Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, that's true, man. What's up? Turn them churches into a place to live. Hey, listen. If you don't believe me, there's a dude in Harlem that turned the church into a $4 million home. Some wealthy white dude. I think he's from Germany or something. He turned the church into a $4 million house. And like I said, the churches don't teach you. They don't teach no unity. There's no unity. There's so much division in the neighborhood because you got all them churches. You even got churches that you don't even see. They're like real small. They're like storefront churches, like on 140. I think it's like 143rd Street between Lenox and 7th. There's some small churches there. They're like in the brownstone. They're in the brownstone. And the churches is always filled with holes. There's always a bunch of holes in the church. If you ever want to meet a girl, go to church. Get dressed up. Put you on a nice white shirt, nice tie. Get your shoes shined and stuff a tube sock down in front of your pants. And you'll meet a girl. You'll meet a girl because she's gonna be looking at that bulge in the front of your pants. People say, why you fake it? Why you gotta put a balls on it? Well, why women wear all that makeup? Why they wear all them weaves? They wear the weave, the makeup, the eyelashes, the lipstick, the push-up bra, and the high heels. Why she wearing that? Stop wearing that. She's trying to find somebody that appeals to her imagination. And once she see the guy that appeals to her imagination, she's going to give him a play. It's real simple, man. Stop the bullshit. We adults. You heard? Stop the bullshit. Let me put my shades back on so I can look cool. Yeah, stop the bullshit. Like I used to say, man, whenever I wanted to meet a girl, I used to go to church. There's a couple of churches I used to go to. I used to go to the ones in Harlem. I ain't never been to no church in the Bronx. I used to go to ones in Harlem, and I went to the one in Queens one time. Yeah, it'd be a lot of pretty women in them churches, man. You gotta understand why people go to church. They go to church because they seek a redemption. They seek redemption for all the backstabbing shit they done did to somebody. Now they want to go to church and get right with God. You understand what I'm saying? All this shit they done did, they done felt guilty about. Abortions, one night stands, lying on their boyfriend, lying on their husband. Getting guys set up. Now they feel guilty about all that. Now they want to go to church. But they're going to church because they're looking for a man. That's why you got to be careful. That's where some of the biggest thieves and hustlers at in church. Like I told you, I seen everybody from 149th Street. I see everybody from 149th Street in the church. It is what it is, man. I go to church because I used to go to church to meet the women, and I like the music. You got to understand, R&B music comes from church music. That's where it comes from. Or there's always a woman singing about a man that left her. And she waiting for that man to come back. And that man is either a husband, it's a baby daddy, or it's Jesus. She waiting for Jesus to come back. She waiting for Jesus to come back. She waiting for a baby daddy to come back, or she waiting for a boyfriend to come back. And people be saying I be talking mean, but let's be real. Females be lying just as much as dudes do. So I'm just saying what it is. It is. And I'm addicted to the truth. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell people the truth regardless of how they feel about it. If they like it, they can take it or leave it. I don't care. I do not give a fuck. I do not. Because then that gives people, like they feel like they could do anything to you, and then they could pray for it, and it'll be all right. You understand what I'm saying? They feel like they could do you dirty, do dirty shit to you, then pray for it, and it'll be all right. It don't work like that. Like I tell people, lying is more provocative than hate. I hate fucking liars. Just say what it is, It is what it is. That's how the world works. Like I said, a good way to tell you're going through a bad neighborhood is when you see a lot of churches, and today is Sunday. And this is when everybody get phony. Everybody get phony and go to church. Get dressed up, go to church. And like I said, and then the thing is, like, you gotta give all your money. I used to go to the mosque. You gotta buy paper, make donations, and pay FOI dues. I got tired of doing all of that. I got tired of doing that. I was working, never having no money. And then you gotta understand why. Like even selling my books, it's hard selling books because people don't like to read. So it's hard selling the paper. It's hard selling that paper, man. And you be having all them papers stuck, man. Fuck that. Word up. See what y'all talking about out there. Let me put some on. I might start doing this all the time. Maybe get something to sit on so I don't hurt my knee. Oh, this shit look hot, bro. Let me see what you were saying. Who said that I haven't been with a woman in 11 years? Who said that? Why you say that? Thrift store divas? Who are you? I don't even know King something. Who are you? Who you know what I've been with? You sound like you're in high school or some shit. Stop talking stupid. Who else is out there? Yeah, they need to turn the churches into a place to live. That's what they need to do. They need to do something with them. They ain't doing shit. They're just waiting for the neighborhood. They're just waiting for the neighborhood to continue to be gentrified. That's what they're doing. Like they're doing in Brooklyn. All over America, shit is getting renewed. I don't know what is going on. They look like they're rebuilding the church. I mean, not rebuilding the churches, but they're rebuilding all the neighborhoods. They changed. I know Brooklyn is like that. I know it was like that in Indianapolis, Indiana. Gary, Indiana's messed up. They ain't do shit in Gary. Gary fucked up. Gary, if you go to Gary, Indiana, it look like it was hit by a nuclear bomb. Ain't shit out there in Gary. Nothing. All the stores is closed and shit. Yeah, I'm ready to get out of here in a minute. Let me see what y'all saying. My glasses. Thrift store diva. What are you saying? You sound like a little kid. And then the thing is, the shit that makes it so dumb is why you worried about who I'm with. Why you living through my dick? Worry about your dick. Don't worry about my dick. You sound like a mook talking like that. I haven't been with a woman. Why are you worried about that? You're a mook? You're a little punk or something? Talking stupid like you're in fucking high school. Grow up. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here, man. I'm gonna go put this shit up on YouTube. Go sit in Starbucks for a minute, alright? You guys take it easy. I don't see nobody out there, so I would stay. But ain't nobody out there. Oh, I know who that is. That's probably that girl Tasha. That's who that is, and she's hiding behind a different name. That's why she said that. Okay, that's probably who that is. Oh, it is what it is. Check out my books online, y'all. Corner stores in the middle of the block. Corner stores in the middle of the block. People are dumb, man. Why they worry about me so much? Why they worry about me? Thrift store diva. I bet you that's exactly who that is. That's why they don't have their real face up there. That's probably somebody I know. They talk about me where I buy my clothes from. I buy shit where I want to buy it from. I buy what I want to buy. It's me, because it's my shit. You don't have to buy it. Why you worry about what I do? I don't understand people why they do that. I bet you that's who it is. And they're trying to say I'm a diva. Your mother's a diva. How about that? Your ugly fucking kids are divas. Alright, y'all, we're gonna go back in there and chill out. Check out my books online, alright? This is my latest one. Don't beat your children or they'll turn out like me. Pretty ugly Harlem situation. My books are selling for $14, $14.98. Hit me up and get a copy, alright? Let me let y'all see what it look like out here real quick. Close the trunk. In your eyes, in your eyes. I did it, I did it, I did it, I did it. All right, y'all, take it easy.